Hey, it's Kathy here. How are you doing today? I'm at an odd angle, I know. I feel very strange crouched here, but it's the best I could do with this current counter situation. If it looks like I'm hot and sweating buckets, it's because I am. I'm in my trailer right now and it's like very hot outside, so it's very hot in here. But I want to do this video, so we're just gonna go for it. Sweaty, glossy face or not, all right? The concept of weight loss is simple. Eat less calories than you burn, right? Then you will lose weight. But the process itself is fairly difficult. I'm still struggling through weight loss right now, and I have been for the last probably 15 years when I've actually been trying to lose weight. And previous to those 15 years I was just fat, right? I didn't even care at all. I was just eating whatever I wanted and not giving a poop. So I've been struggling with losing weight and keeping it off for the last 15 years. And if you hear kids, it's because mine are outside, okay? And it's okay. They're on a snake hunt, so, you know, it is what it is. So what has been working for me lately is simply swapping higher calorie foods for lower calorie foods. And I'll give you a few examples of what I've swapped out and what seems to be working. I'm on a pretty good weight loss streak, knock on wood, and I think these substitutions have really helped. So I've been swapping higher calorie foods for lower calorie foods. That way I can eat more, feel more full and satiated, and still maintain a calorie deficit. Because as you'll notice on a lot of these items that I've swapped, there's quite a bit of caloric difference. So you can either just eat the same amount as you would with the full calories and lose even more weight, or you can eat more of the lower calorie while so you feel full and feel satiated and you don't want to eat like junk food later on in the day. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been swapping it out and just enjoying that calorie deficit and watching the weight drop. So it's been pretty good, and I hope that these work for you as well. So let's just get started. So milk. I have these two here. This one's my empty from this morning. This is a full milk. I don't eat dairy, so they will not find any dairy products here. I'm simply talking about dairy-free milks, specifically almond versus soy. So what is the difference between these two? Well, this is an unsweetened unsweetened almond milk. This is a sweetened soy milk. And what the difference of calories is for the, so excuse me, I'll have to look at the calorie counts. So for 1 cup, which is 1 portion of this, that's 30 calories of the unsweetened almond milk. And for 1 cup of the sweetened soy milk, it is 100 calories. So huge difference, right? Like less than half the calories in this. And I used to drink this or have it in my morning cereal that I have. Actually, it's a chia mix, but I'll get into that later. But then I looked at the calories. I'm like, holy crap, I did not realize that it was 100 calories and like a 70 calorie difference between the two, which can make a big difference in your day. Like especially if you're struggling with a plateau, like these little calories, these little changes here and there will make a big difference on how you get over that plateau and keep going with your weight loss. So I have all the calorie content on my computer in front of me here. So if you see me looking straight ahead at nothing, I'm actually just looking at some information that I have previously looked up, so I don't have to do it right now. So let's look at soy milk for instance. This 1 cup of sweetened soy milk is 100 calories per serving, right? Which is a cup. If you have unsweetened soy, it's just 90 calories. So there's not even a whole lot of difference between unsweetened and sweetened soy milk. Just for comparison, with the almond milk was 30 calories, right? For unsweetened, whereas sweetened is 60 calories. So even if you still wanted to have your sweetened milk, I would go for almond over soy. I used to have soy because of the protein content, but I don't know if it's worth the extra calories, to be honest. So I have made the switch from sweetened soy to unsweetened almond. Sometimes I have vanilla almond. It doesn't really matter. Or unsweetened almond, but I've gone to unsweetened, and I think it is making a big difference. I even liked to have coffee creamer. It's like non-dairy creamer, but I've even cut that out just to give myself a little bit, just to help out a little bit. I'm not going to say I'm never going to drink it again, but for now I seem to be on a good downward trajectory on my weight, and I want to keep it that way. So that's what I'm doing to help that. So that's the milks. So now let's talk about peanut butter. Okay, so I have 3 kinds of peanut butter in front of me. Regular old processed peanut butter, just peanuts, natural peanut butter. The only ingredient is peanuts, and powdered peanut butter. So I have made the switch, you might guess already, to powdered peanut butter. And here's why. There's half as many calories and twice as much of a serving. So in this powdered peanut butter is 2 tablespoons is a serving, and it has 45 calories. This natural peanut butter, which is definitely the second best out of the peanut butters, it is 90 calories per 1 tablespoon, okay? And this one is also 90 calories per 1 tablespoon, this processed one, which I don't even like to have around, to be honest, but I'm not the only one living here, so. But the difference between these two, same calories, but this one, ingredients, 100% select roasted peanuts. Okay, that's it. That's the only ingredient on the list. Whereas this one, the ingredients are select roasted peanuts, soybean oil, sugars, which is corn, maltodextrin sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, cottonseed and rapeseed oil, salt, mono and diglycerides. Does that sound good to you? Not to me. Just dump this one. If you really can't switch to a powdered peanut butter, which I understand, it is not the same as regular peanut butter. You don't expect it to spread it on your toast just like normal peanut butter. That's not going to happen. But if you throw it in a smoothie, I even put, you just have to add water to it, right? And it thickens up. Stir it. So I have 2 tablespoons of this. I have it with like apples and peanut butter. You know, this one's pretty good. PB&Me is a good brand. I like it. But if you really can't switch to this, go for the all-natural peanut butter and just don't have it as often, pretty much, right? That's what you can do. So that's the peanut butters. This is what I've switched to. All right, so for your breakfast, you might think, what do chia seeds and oatmeal have in common? Or have, you know, why are they grouped together? Well, I used to have oatmeal for breakfast, but I've switched to having a chia bowl. And if you don't know how to make chia pudding, I'll link I have a what I ate in a day, and I put my chia pudding recipe in it, so I'll link to that video somewhere here. And so that's what I put in my chia bowl is so I put a cup of my unsweetened almond milk with a tablespoon of chia seeds, a tablespoon of protein powder, just regular protein powder. I put a cup of frozen berries, a medium banana, then I put coconut and, you know, coconut shavings and pumpkin seeds on it, and it totals 385 calories with all of that. So it's really, you get a lot of volume of food in with less calories, and compared with oatmeal, which serving of size of oatmeal is a cup of oatmeal, which I think is kind of a lot, but with a cup of oatmeal itself is 300 calories. So if you added in the additional berries, banana, coconut, pumpkin seeds, maple syrup, because you have to have maple syrup, that's an extra 300 calories, making this about 600 calories for a bowl of oatmeal. And if you just use half a cup of oatmeal, which I think is probably a proper serving of oatmeal, it's 453 calories. So it's still more calories eating oatmeal than it is to have a chia bowl. And why I like the chia bowl is, especially now in the summer, it's nice and cool. It's satiating. I find it just as filling as oatmeal without the heavy feeling. I always feel so heavy after I eat oatmeal. Well, I don't after I eat chia. So yeah, I have switched from eating oatmeal to nice healthy, well, they're both healthy, but you know, a nice chia bowl. All right, I'm sweating here pretty good here, so I'm gonna just keep on trucking and wrap this up really quickly. So I have here breads and rice cakes. So you might think, you might have guessed that I have switched from eating bread, which I honestly didn't eat a ton of anyways, like for the last little while, but I now quite enjoy rice cakes. I dress them up just like a sandwich, pretty much they're open-faced sandwiches. I'll post a picture here of what it looks like. It doesn't look like much, but I put a layer of hummus, some mustard, some smoked tofu, pickles, and hot peppers on it. Really good, really low calorie. For example, one rice cake is only 35 calories, right? Original. I'm talking about plain rice cakes, not anything, not any flavors, just original. 35 calories. Let's compare it with bread. This is rye bread. One slice is 60 calories, okay? You can eat 2 of these to 1 of these pretty much. And this is brown bread. It's the big slices of brown bread, so keep that in mind. But it is 190 calories per 2 slices. So that's 95 calories a slice. So you can eat like 3 of these to 1 bread. 1 slice of this bread. So I choose to eat more and I have about 3 rice cakes for my lunch, sometimes 4, piled up with what I just described, and it's delicious. You just look clumsy eating it. I mean, I would eat it at home because it falls all over, or if no one's watching you, you're okay, but my sons like to watch me eat it and slop all over the place because there's no way to eat them without making a mess. But that being said, they're really good, tasty. I know it sounds like, ooh, rice cakes, can't get excited over that, but try it. They're surprisingly good, okay? So, ditch the bread for now anyways, and try some rice cakes. All right, so I have a bowl of bananas here. No, I'm not switching bananas I'm not just gonna eat this bowl of bananas. This is to substitute ice cream. I don't know if you've heard of banana ice cream, but it is delicious. Instead of regular dairy ice cream. I honestly don't even have any dairy ice cream to show you to compare to, but I did look it up. Let me find it. Yeah, so banana ice cream's simple. When your bananas look like this, it's time to peel them, put them in a container or a baggie, and put them in the freezer and let them freeze. So I just peel them. So you just peel your bananas, put them in a bowl or a sandwich bag, put them in the freezer, and when you're done, when they're frozen, you just put them in your blender with like a splash of milk, unsweetened almond milk, and like a tablespoon of cocoa powder. And on an average size serving is probably 2 bananas, 1 to 2 bananas. And so each banana is roughly 100 calories. So if you have 2 medium bananas, that's 200 calories. Plus that tablespoon of cocoa powder is about 12 calories. Plus, let's say let's say you use a quarter cup of unsweetened almond milk. That's about 8 calories. So your total is 230 calories, and you have lots of ice cream, and it's a large volume, and it is so good and refreshing on a hot day, or if you just want something sweet. And you get probably about 2 cups of that ice cream. It probably, by the time you blend it up, it's around 2 cups. Now, if you just had plain dairy ice cream, a half a cup is 140 calories. So would you ever eat just half a cup of dairy ice cream? Probably not. It's not very much. So if you even double it, that's 280 calories, which is already more calories than your twice the volume of banana ice cream. So I really encourage you to try banana ice cream if you never have. It's so good. You can put any flavor in it, really. I just put cocoa in it because it's pretty easy. It's tasty, and I really like it. So give her a try. So that's my food substitutions that I do. Hopefully you found them useful, and you might give it a try. Yeah, it might help get you over that hump. A few other substitutions that I do is I use mustard as a condiment primarily because it is 0 calories. So you can pour on the mustard and you're not gonna gain any calories from that. So that's awesome. You make your own salad dressings. mean, the calorie difference may not be a whole lot, but you'll at least know what's in it and it'll be healthier for you. I'll link in the description Simnet Nutrition channel. He has a channel, Derek is his name, and he has awesome, easy dressings, like salad dressings or stir-fry dressing recipes. I'm not very good at making them up myself, but copying his, they always turn out really good and really tasty. So I'll link those down below. And use less of things. Like for my chia pudding, for example, I said I use a cup of soy milk, or not soy milk, I use a cup of almond milk. Sometimes I'll use 3/4 of a cup and not really know the difference. So you're just cutting out that much calories. So if something calls for a cup, try using 3/4, or if it calls for like quite a bit of sugar, just half it and see how it goes. So I often do that, and it usually tastes pretty good. Sometimes I don't want something to taste too sweet anyways, so if you half the amount of something that might not be the best for you, or just cut it down, then you're saving those calories as well. Alright, so those are my tips for how to cut calories when you don't want to, and you still want to feel full and satiated and like you actually ate a meal. These are the substitutions that I make, that I continue to make, and it's really been working for me. So what's happening this week with my weight loss, or what happened, today is Tuesday, so on Saturday I weighed myself and I was 176.6 pounds. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. If you recall, the week before I was 180 pounds, so I lost like 3 to 4 pounds this week. So I was super excited, really happy. I'm still visualizing, and I was visualizing last week 177 pounds. That's what was in my head, like all the time I was running and doing things, and I ended up being 176. So that was awesome. Sorry, excuse me. I kept my workout routine the same. I'll link the video here where I go over what I do each day for my workout and my weekly routine. I kept that the same. I ate really well. I had a lot of salads, to be honest, for suppers, because that's just what I wanted. I didn't want anything heavy. So I think that also really helped. I'm not telling you to go out and eat salad every day for supper. So like, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but keeping it healthy, keeping it vegetable heavy, really, really helped me. So I'm really looking forward to this week coming. I'm thinking about 173 pounds, so hopefully somewhere in that ballpark for this week's weigh-in on Saturday. And I will let you know. On this Saturday will be my 1 month of visualization, so I'm going to just have an update video on how it was visualizing for the whole month and not listening to anything when I was out for my runs or exercising. So pretty excited about that. And yeah, so I hope you got something out of this video. Maybe you can implement some of these food swaps. I really think they are beneficial. And yeah, hope you're having an awesome day. Hope you're staying cool. And as always, stay positive, work hard, and wash your hands.